Hey there, it's Rachel from All About Planners. So in this video I'm doing a review of Amy Knapp's Christian Family Organizer. So this is a dated weekly planner from August 2017 to December 2018, but if you're watching this video after that time and the planner has expired, don't worry about it. They put out new ones each year and the layout is quite similar. So you don't have to be a Christian to use this planner. It's just got some Bible phrases stuff in it. It's still a very functional weekly spread. And that's the main thing that drew me to the planner. The weekly layout is not what you would typically find, so I'm so bored with the traditional vertical, horizontal, and hourly planner layouts. It's just kind of boring to me. I want something that's more list focused, and this planner does have that. It's pretty good inside layout. So let's have a closer look. So we'll start with the cover, as always. The size is about 6.5 inches wide by approximately 8.5 inches high. So it's a very portable size, and you'll probably notice this cover is a little different to most planners. It's very thin, bendy, I'm not sure I like that. But because it's so thin, it's very lightweight. So this planner weighs like nothing. It's just like a normal little notebook, nothing heavy. Does have the rounded corners to help prevent wear and tear because it's not a hardcover. It's got some coil binding to get a little damaged in transit, but I mean no biggie, just push it back into place. In terms of thickness, it's quite thin, as you can see, probably about 1.5 centimeters. So a very good portable size to chuck in your handbag. So let's take a closer look. So the inside has this pocket folder, which as you can see I can get my whole hand in there, so it's quite roomy. You could put your bills and your mail in there on your way out the door. Personal information page. Now the blue colour is continued throughout the planner, so nice pop of colour if you're not interested in ones that just have black and white ink and you don't want to decorate, then you've got blue, which is a bit more interesting to look at. Now, the annual dates at a glance pages. This would have to be one of my all-time, from dozens of planners that I've looked at, layout for an annual planning page. The reason being is because of these sidebars. I really like when they just give you open-ended space that you can customize however you like, rather than the months where you have to like sort of allocate things to them. So here you could put random one-off things like updating your will, updating your life insurance, all that sort of stuff, and then each month I just tend to go to this list, pick off 2 of the things, and then allocate them to my monthly to-do list, rather than like having, you know, a page that has it like this with lines underneath where you allocate it there. So really like this layout. Now the dates at a glance pages start on a Sunday, which is not consistent with the weekly spread. That starts on a Monday. The monthly calendar, however, does start on a Sunday, as you can see. So kind of consistent slash not, if that makes sense. Okay, so the monthly calendars. So you've got a nice big writing space. So given the size of the planner is about medium size, it really does maximize the page with your writing space. So each box is about 1.25 wide by, I'm thinking it's square, no, by about 1.5 inches high. So that's a decent amount of space given the size of the planner, and it's also got the holidays in there. Now it's a US planner, so it's got US and UK. It doesn't have Australian on there, which not many planners do, so it doesn't really bug me anyway. Okay, so it starts on a Sunday and ends on a Saturday, and you've got the monthly projects list here. Again, lots of space to plan, and I like that they've got these like thicker divider lines here, so if you wanted to, you could do different categories. So you could do like cleaning in this section, home projects there, and you could separate it that way. And then instead of having to write like a title or use a sticker or anything, it's already got those thick lines to demark it. So I do really like that. I might include that on some printables that I make in the future. I think that's a really good idea to save space as well as keep it categorized if you wanted to do that. And then it's got the days at a glance calendars for the previous month and then the following month. I don't really tend to look at these, but they're there if you want them. So the other thing why I've got this sticky note sticking out of here is because you'll know if you watch any of my other review videos that I always check to see if the boxes get split in 2. And the other reason I had to use a sticky note is because there's no tabs. So that to me is a major con of this planner. I've got to have tabs in a planner, otherwise I can't find anything. So I tend to just do a sticky note when they don't have it. That's always a quick way to find it, and it's cheap. You just chuck a sticky note. Now, unfortunately, this planner does split the box, which is very disappointing, and especially when they've got all this stuff in here. So like that is absolutely useless to me. How am I supposed to fit anything in there? I can barely put a sticker in there. I can maybe put one icon sticker and that's it. So it's just like, do you use your own planner? Like that is totally useless to me. So I would just white that out, and then I'd normally restart the numbering on the top row, but they have these dates at a glance calendars here. So it's just, this whole thing where they do that is just not working for me in this planner. Very disappointing. It's just, you can't use that. It's just, okay. Go to another page. Stop fussing over that. Okay, so we've got the weekly spread, and now this is what I was talking about with the horizontal layout. So absolutely love this. So it starts on a Monday, but that monthly calendar starts on a Sunday, so unfortunate that they didn't keep it consistent. It does have Australian holidays, so that's good. So it's got the public holidays in there on the weekly and the monthly spread, and you get the same amount of planning space for a Saturday and a Sunday as you do for the other days of the week, which is great because not all planner companies do that. And then you've got this menu sidebar, and one little thing which I thought was quite clever is this planner has a perforated section, as you can see there, so you can tear it out, which is a good idea. And then you've got the menu and the grocery list on the same piece, so you just rip it out and take the one thing. Absolutely love that idea. I wish more planners did that with perforated thing. I think that's so handy, and I like that they keep it, you know, consistent here, so you're not having like the menu, for example, on this side and then the grocery here, which just wouldn't work and you'd have to take your planner. No, you can just rip the whole thing out, which I suppose means you wouldn't really need the tabs after all, because when you're ripping them out it would automatically keep your place of the current week that you're up to. So I guess that's another good design thing about it. But yeah, love that sidebar, and you could always use that for something else as well. If you whited out menus, you could make that more to-do list space. But you do have it over here on the left side of the page. So that's really the only Christian references. They just put some Bible excerpts for each weekly spread. And then you get a to-do list. They've got the prayer and praise, but I just white that over or put a sticker there and make your own list. And then again, that grocery list, which is the back side of the menu page, or in this case, the monthly projects. So I guess that is a bit unfortunate for that first week. You'd be ripping out part of your calendar. Maybe that's not such a good design idea after all. Anyway, so yeah, I also don't like this little excerpt here because that's taking up to-do list space. So again, I just white that out to make more to-do list space. So like, this planner has a good base structure. Like, it's on the right track. It's just not quite there yet with the finer details of the design. So let's keep going to the back of the planner. As you can see, it's pretty consistent throughout. So let's go to the back. It is an 18-month planner, and it was affordable. So, I mean, there is that as another pro going for it as well. We keep going. Okay, so we've got a planning calendar for next year. So you've got the dates at a glance, and then the space if you did want to plan by month. So similar to how I was talking about earlier with that annual page, if you do want to do stuff allocated to each month, or you're doing monthly tasks, you could put that in here, birthdays, etc. So they have that option as well. Lined note space, which is good. I always find it quite stingy when planners just include blank pages. I'm like, come on guys, like, you could have printed some lined pages. So this one has plenty, as you can see, which is great, because not many companies include more than like 2 these days. Now you've got some babysitters information because this is a family planner, so you know, you've like an all-in-one kind of thing, which is good. Children's stuff, so you could leave this planner at home when you've got a babysitter. Children's organisation, so it really is a planner if you have kids, but I mean, if you don't, like I don't, then you can always just get a printable, resize it to fit this planner. I'll include a tutorial for printing tips on how to print any page at a custom page size in the description box below. There'll be the link, and you can print it out and then just use some washi tape to stick it over the top. I sometimes do that with planners. Then you've got a phone page, which if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I always say it's kind of useless because you can just put this on your phone. But it's there if you need it, and if you are leaving this for the babysitter, then I can understand why you might want a page like that. Some logins. If you are leaving this for a babysitter, you probably wouldn't want to put your logins there, but I mean, I guess if there was some that you needed to, that you didn't care if they saw, you could put it in there. Some more phone numbers for your bank and things. And some notes. Now we get to the exciting part, the stickers. So I love planner stickers, especially functional stickers, and these are all functional. Love it, love it, love it. So they're a decent size too, not too small, not too big, and pretty colors, lots of different ones. See how it peels so easily, love that. So birthday party, meetings, travel, dentist, doctor, lots of functional ones, and some more. So we've got some school ones, concerts practice, paydays, so they really do know which ones you would need and have included those, which is good. And then we have the cover at the back. So on the whole, a decent planner if you want something that's simple and it's got those few extra pages at the back, and you don't really care about the monthly page having the boxes split in two like my pet hate. And it's also very lightweight, so if you need to take it on the go and just want something simple, then this one would be a good option. Very, very lightweight. So I'll include the link to pen testing, which I'm going to be doing after I hit stop on this video, and the link for that will be in the description box below. So don't forget to subscribe if you want more planner videos. I usually post a new one every week.